today? What does the collective need to hear today? There is a purpose to your life, right? There is a purpose. There is something that you were meant here, you are meant to do. You're being called now to spend time with yourself to find your purpose. Because all the experiences you had, all the setbacks you had, all the good experiences you had so far in life are leading up to something. They didn't just happen. Okay, there is a reason why they happened, and the universe is pointing you in on your path. Okay, there's a reason. They're all well placed on your path. All the experiences you had, and the person you've become today, right? The person you're becoming today. It's all planned ahead. It's all set in place already. So now figuring out, looking back and connecting the dots, looking back to see if there are any breadcrumbs that you missed. Where are you headed? Where are you headed? What are you meant to do here? What is your purpose in life? They want you to pay attention to that. They want you to pay attention to all the negative lessons that you learn from others, the hardships, the good stuff, everything that ever happened to you, the important ones, because you know which one shaped you in a negative way, and you will know which one shaped you in a positive way. Those, is there any connection between them? What was the purpose of that? Sit and think about that for a minute, because and connect them together. See if there's a common thread between them, because connecting all these things together and finding a common thread, you're going to find your purpose in life. The real reason why you're in this existence. Okay? Once you find that reason, then you can start the journey about fulfilling your purpose. Okay? Because what is life without purpose? What is life without finding your purpose or working on your purpose? Yes, keep your day job. This is not about quitting your day job and walking into the woods and leaving your. It's not about all of that. It is about you working and doing everything you need to do, and then also doing your purpose, finding time to live your purpose. Otherwise, you're just living half of your life, half of your, so you're only getting half of the meaning of life. So to get that rich fullness in life, you have to actually, in some part, play out your purpose. All right. So I guess this is what the message is for today. One of the messages. I'm not again going to control it. This is one of the messages for today. So find that thing. All right. Any other messages for the collective? Any other messages for the collective? Any other messages for the collective spirits? What do you want them to know? Guides, ancestors, what do you want the collective to know today? What do you want the collective to know today? Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. It's a card in one of these decks, but that card is coming to mind. Nothing is wasted. So all the bad experiences, all the good experiences, nothing is wasted. Everything, there is something to learn from every experience. Okay? So if you're going to be sitting on the bad experiences or the setbacks and saying, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Know that it happened for a reason. You learned something from it. And once you learn the lesson, you are growing, right? So if that didn't give you happiness, it gave you sadness, it gave you anxiety, what were you supposed to learn from that? There was a lesson. So just know that everything you experienced in life till now and going forward, nothing is really wasted. All the missteps you took, all the wrong steps you took all the steps you took in the wrong direction. Don't sit and kick yourself for that, but know that there was something you needed to learn from that. So then the burden of it lies on you to find out what the lesson is. And you may say, why should I revisit them? You do need to revisit them just to see the lesson. Do you have to live in that space again of misery and sorrow and abandonment or whatever? No, you don't. But visit it long enough to get clarity on it and to get closure on it and to get a higher perspective on it. Okay? Because what happens when we don't close out things that happened in the past with us in a healthy way? What happens? They just hang on to your energy. And when we have a lot of unclosed as in closing, open stuff, okay, a lot of open energy attached to you like that you have to get rid of, that you have to let go of, but you're hanging on to. and reliving it sometimes, indulging. And here they're telling me indulging in reliving it. So if you're we're revisiting something from your past that's troubled you a lot, that had really shook you up, right? And it's been what, 15 years, 20 years, and you still want to live in that existence, you're just blocking your abundance. And it is blocking you from your abundance of the present moment and what's coming in the future. So don't do that. Don't live in the past. Okay, go back enough to revisit it just to get a healthier perspective on it, understand your role in it, understand why it needed to happen and what lessons you got from it, and then close it out and let it go from your energy. If you hang on to it, there is no space for new stuff to come in because you're hanging on to so much of the past stuff. Okay, so release the past stuff, the outdated stuff. You are no longer that person. You are not going to let that situation happen to you again because you are no longer that person. All right, you have evolved, you have changed. So let the energy, the new energy that wants to come in, that may be highly beneficial, but you're just blocking it at this point because there's just too much clutter in your mind and around you. Also, if you are someone who's just hoarding, that's insecurity and of the future, which is understandable in our current circumstances, but insecurity about yourself, about your ability to create again. So when we hold on to stuff which we no longer like, it's your fear somewhere that, will I be able to buy such a thing again? But you don't even love what you have. You don't love what you have. So what are you hanging on to really, right? So if it is something that no longer gives you joy, if no longer makes you feel like it's part of the person that I want to take with me in the future, drop it. Okay, there will be more of such. There will be more things that speak to the new person that you are, that will be coming into your life. And that is what we want to welcome. We don't want to welcome outdated stuff. You don't want to welcome things which no longer. So if I try to give you a Barbie doll now, are you really going to appreciate it as much as a 6-year-old you appreciated it back then? No, because that's no longer who you are. So it's like that. So try to let go of things that no longer serve a purpose for you, no longer are resonating with the kind of person that you are, and let them go. Just open your hand. Just open your hand and let them go. Okay? Let them go. Because the new things want to come in. The new things want to come in. The new you wants to come in. The new person that you're going to be wants to come in. I'm sensing big resistance here. And this, I have to say, for a large group of us. I'm going to say us because I resist things like nobody's business. And I'm in this journey with you. I am no higher than you, no lower than you. I'm with you, right? Because I'm just getting a different perspective because I'm channeling from a different place. But that's all it is, right? So I'm with you on this, and I resist like nobody's business. Anything new that wants to change, I'm like, oh no, I love the old. I love that person, even though that person has stabbed me only 100 times. I love this shirt, but even though I can't fit in it anymore, and I don't even like the way it looks anymore. So I do that a lot, and I'm therefore maybe connecting to those who also do that, right? So letting go of that. There is more. So don't live in a lack mentality. Don't live in a place of, if I let this go, if I let this friendship go, will I get a friendship like this again? Yes, you will. One that is more healthy, less toxic, one that is more that more appeals to your soul than this current relation. You will, all right? And does it mean that you're letting a healthy friendship go? No. If it is coming to a point where you're deciding whether to keep it or let it go, that means there's enough toxicity there also, right? So it's not about leaving a fresh, healthy relationship out and saying, I'm sorry. It's not that. It is about those that your intuition has been guiding you to say that this person is just not for me, right? They are for somebody else. They're going to make a great friend for somebody else, but not for me. And I am not the person for them. Let that go. Let that person go, all right? Keep the memories, keep the good memories if you want, but let the other stuff go. Any other messages, please? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want the collective to know today? stop doubting yourself. Okay, stop doubting yourself, stop cutting yourself short. And you do this before anybody else can do it for you. That is the thing. I'm channeling a person here, I'm connecting with a person here who abandons people before they can abandon her, who sells yourself short because you know that the real truth of who you are, you fear that people around you won't be able to handle. You fear that. So you make yourself small. You make yourself into a tiny little person instead of the big light that you are, the big person that you are. You make yourself, you adapt and you change as per the situation requires or as per the relationship requires. But that is not you being in your authentic self. That is not you being you. That is a fake version of you. Okay? So that this needing to be being something for everybody, that has to stop, because the longer you stay away from your authentic self, the harder it's going to be to get back to it. And why is finding your authentic self so important? It is because that is who you are. That is who you are. That is who you were meant to be when you came onto this planet or this earth or whatever, right? That is who you were meant to be. And you have, over the years, let people's expectations of you, people's opinions of you, or the circumstances change you into a person that doesn't resonate with your authentic self. All right? So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Don't be that fake person, but try to find your authentic self again. And how do you do that? How do you do that? After years and years of conditioning to be in a particular way that makes you appeal to the mass, how do you start appealing to yourself, or how do you find that person again? How do you do that? By finding at least a few minutes every day to be in your 100% authenticity. All right, doing exactly what you want to do, being yourself, doing the work that your heart calls you to do, speaking to the people that you feel like speaking to, not anybody else, right? Being yourself like 100% in that time, seeing your shadow self, seeing your light self, seeing everything about you 100%, and being very comfortable in that. All right, so find that time every day. This can be a childhood hobby that you may decide to revisit, that suddenly sparks something in you, that brings up some of the old childhood stuff, right? That was when you were your most authentic self. This can be a childhood friend that always made you feel like yourself and always accepted you. And I'm saying childhood here, but doesn't have to be a childhood friend, can be a present friend also, who sees you for who you are and who accepts you 100%. If you don't have somebody like that, then connect with your higher source. Okay, whatever you believe in, universe, God, whatever higher source you believe in, connect with that. Connect with yourself, connect with that, if you don't have anybody in this 3D existence. All right, because I do understand that not everybody is lucky to find that, but if you start aligning yourself with who you are, you will naturally start attracting those people who are your soul tribe, who think like you, who act like you, and who are you pretty much in. And why is it so important to find your soul tribe? Why is it so important? Because those are the people who will feed your authentic self. The fake people are the people that you're hanging on to. I'm not calling people fake here, and I'm not calling you fake here. Let me just change that right now before I get misunderstood. I am not calling you fake. I'm not calling the people you hang out with currently fake. Okay, but people who are not in their authentic self. If there is a word for it, let me know. I don't know. My vocabulary is really limited. If there's a word for people who are not in their authentic self, who seek people who are not who they would seek if they were in their authentic self. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you hang out with people who are not of the same thought process or the same, and who don't see you for who you really are, that's the key, right? Not being with people for the sake of being, or are you going to be people, are you going to be with people who nourish you from within? So finding that nourishment, right, is what I mean when I say find your tribe. Finding that nourishment for yourself. So who get you at your deepest level and who accept you 100%. All right, I think I've explained it and over explained it. I'm sorry. This is where I would really benefit from an extended vocabulary, but maybe that's something I should work on, right? So finding that so that you can be your authentic self. And then when you are among others who are not so authentic, or when you don't feel like you're safe enough to be your authentic self. Because why do people choose to be something they are not? Because they don't feel safe enough to show everybody who they are, because they fear rejection, or they fear that they will be so too much for somebody. But who are like, so if you are too much for somebody, are you meant to be in that relationship? So these are all the questions that are coming up for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate with you, don't take it, right? But if it does, if it's hitting some nerve somewhere, then do follow that thread, okay? Follow that thread and see what you find in yourself. You may be very, very, very pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised by who you find inside, all right? So I'm going to do something. I'm going to do so this seems to be like a plethora of like different things I'm trying to do here, but I'm like here, like I said, I'm giving up control, right? That's one of my lessons, by the way. One of my lessons is to learn to give up control, all right? So I'm doing that. I'm learning the lesson, and I'm letting the universe guide me here into what messages you need to hear today. And that's why I didn't feel like doing a Facebook Live. Somehow I felt like recording this and then doing it is going to be the way for it. All right, let's do this. What other messages does the collective need to hear today? What other messages does the collective need to hear today? What other messages? Any other messages, guides? Okay, they're asking me to cut the text. So I'm going to do this. This is not an original idea, but I saw this from someone I admire on YouTube, and I want to do this with you guys here. All right. So being part of my authentic self is to give credit to myself for my original ideas and not to take credit for things which are not mine, right? And so I'm going to learn that. Okay, so this idea is not mine. Not that I've ever taken other people's ideas and not given them credit, but I want to be more conscious of that. Okay, let me put it that way. All right. Because I have had people steal my ideas, and it hurts. Okay, it hurts. I have been in a place where people have taken my ideas for art and other stuff. Anyway, this is not about me, Deepa. This is not about you. All right. Okay, I have a capability to make everything about me. Okay, so there you go. All righty. Okay. I'm growing, I'm learning, just like everybody else. So I'm going to do something. The bottom of the deck, the last card in the deck is your subconscious. What is hidden from you, or what is the thing that you need to pay attention to, all right? So let me do it that way. What is the thing, what is in the subconscious? What is in the subconscious for the collective, please? What is in the subconscious for the collective? What is hidden? What is hidden from the collective? 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 Okay, the bottom of the deck. Okay, here it comes. Happiness is hidden is hidden from you, or happiness is what in your subconscious mind. This is amazing. So this tells me that this desire to be happy, this needing to find that place of happiness, right? So this place of happiness, and not knowing how to get there, wanting to be here but not knowing how to get there. Okay, that is what is hidden from. What do I need to do to find this happiness? So finding happiness seems to be on the subconscious mind. Okay, so makes 100% sense in the current situation and every time else, right? So give me a minute with this, please. So doing anything to be happy, doing things that doing things to keep a happy atmosphere around you, someone compromising too much to keep an air of stability and happiness around them. Okay, if I don't speak up, then I'm not going to rock the boat, and then we are going to be happy. If I don't do this, then I'm not going to annoy that particular person, and then we are all going to be happy. Someone striving too hard for a false sense of happiness, because whenever you compromise too much, whenever you overgive, whenever you do things which just don't speak to you but you force yourself to do it, then that's a false sense of happiness that you're creating, a false world of everything is okay, everything is okay, everything is okay. Is it really? Is it really okay? So, is it? So, how did you get here? How did you get to this place of happiness that you so created for yourself and for everybody around you? The first of all, the premise, the thing that is the thing that you are somehow responsible for everybody's happiness. That has to be shattered here. Okay, that illusion that you are somehow going to bring everybody around you into this place of happiness with you ain't gonna happen. Okay, everybody has to find happiness themselves. That's not on you. So if you are someone who burdens yourself with keeping a happy atmosphere, I'm not saying go and burn bridges and like say things that you shouldn't be saying. It's not about that. I'm connecting with someone here who holds back a lot of who they are, who doesn't express themselves to the level that they wish to, because they want to maintain some sense of balance and some sense of happiness around. Is it unreasonable to expect this? No. We all none of us want to be in unhealthy environments, yes. But if you are over compromising, if you are overdoing it, then it's a problem, because it's taking you away from your authenticity. And if you think people can see it when you're being inauthentic, is that a word? I'm sorry. Inauthentic, unauthentic, I don't know. You are wrong. Every time you are being something you're not, people do sense it. People do sense it. At some level, they sense it. Okay? So, and that creates, so then they are like an atmosphere of distrust. I don't think really that, taking me as an example, I really don't think Deepa is really believes that, because at some level they know, because inauthenticity shines brighter than, in these days we are in. An inauthentic person does shine. Okay, you do know, you just have to, whoever is connected with their intuition in the least bit, you will know how to spot that. So people, I think around you, especially people who live with you or people who you are trying to be this person for, they do sense it. Okay, so that they send you some distrust and you send them back some distrust. So really you're creating little bit more of toxic energy by being your inauthentic self. Okay, so this seems to be a specific message for somebody who's watching me. It doesn't seem like for the collective, but this is what you need to hear. Okay, I may be tapping into a specific person here when I'm going into the subconscious, but though my intention was for the collective. So as always, don't take this if it doesn't resonate. Okay. One more card, please, for what's on the subconscious. One more card, please, for what's on the subconscious. One more card, please, for what's on the subconscious. Exchanging gifts. And here, I don't know why I want to say overgiving. Overgiving. Exchanging gifts really is an exchange of energy. You are giving something. You're giving something for the sake of balance in a relationship, or for the sake of give and take. But clearly, there's an imbalance here. If you are the one who's holding the burden of the relationship on your shoulders, clearly there's an imbalance here. So together with these two is find your authentic self and then give from this place of authenticity. Don't give from a place of the illusion that you've created around yourself of who you are. Okay? Not an illusion. That's a wrong word. They're telling me it's a wrong word. Just give me a minute. Of the image that you have created for yourself, right? Don't give from that place, because whatever you give from that place, you're putting energy out. When you give, you're putting energy out. So you're creating more of the energy of inauthentic stuff, right? So give first, find yourself, find your authentic self, and then start exchanging energy with others. Okay, give from a place of authenticity. So only give when you feel like giving, truly feel like giving. Only say those things that you truly feel like saying. And if you can be 100% yourself, which is totally understandable all the time in every situation, that's 100% okay. This is a journey. This is not something that's going to happen tomorrow, right? But then finding some time for yourself to 100% be yourself in a day. If it's like 20 minutes, like 10 minutes, find that time, even 5 minutes, where you are 100% yourself and you feel every feel exactly the way it comes, and then put it out. Okay, so for that, either put it out to the universe or for yourself. This is more of a personal journey for you yourself. And if you have a tribe, perfect, lean on them, lean on them. Okay, slowly though, as you do that, you will start to realize, you start to shift from the person that you've created to the person that you actually are. And that is the journey, that is the soul journey that you're being asked to take right now. Okay, you're being asked to shift out of this place of doing things for others but not really, that's not coming from the heart, to a place of truth. Find your truth first. Who are you as a person? Who are you? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What are you known for? Right, like what do you want to stand for? Right, knowing what you stand for, knowing what you will not tolerate, what you will tolerate, knowing the kind of people that you actually want to attract into your life. These are going to be very, very essential to bring you to your true happiness. Okay, so don't aim for happiness as in the short happiness, but really aim for that happiness that comes from a place of authenticity that will last forever. All right, or for the rest of your life, and that will hopefully guide you to your purpose. All right, I want everybody to, I want to help you find your purpose. That's my intention here. One of my many intentions is for people to find their purpose in life. Okay, so because I found my purpose, and my life is so much richer because of it. Okay, so I want everybody to find your purpose. So this is my contribution to it. If it doesn't resonate, please don't take it. This is not your story today. But if it does resonate, if you see some shred of truth in it, follow that thread. Start your journey. All right, start your journey. Okay, I hope this helped in some way. Thank you for watching.